Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today's pick card reading is another one of my series about how did they see you. Okay, so it's more like what did they think when they see you, or at that time, or the last time they saw you. How did they could be thought about you, as it could be how they kind of like judge you to be. What's their opinion the last time they saw you? Could be opinion, as it could be how they were perceiving you. Okay, perception does not necessarily mean opinion. It can include much more than opinion. And it could also be judgment, as if like, how did I judge you based on who this person is and based on what I'm gonna get. Okay, so you have 5 piles. You have pile 1, which is Marielle Tarot, pile 2, which is Millennium Thoth, pile 3 is the Golden Universal Tarot, pile 4 is the Tarot de Marseille, and pile 5 is the Good Tarot. So choose with your intuition. I will also be using oracle cards on the side. I will be using the Hidden Truth Oracle just to kind of tap into certain messages, let's say. I will have the Prism Oracle that will kind of help me tap into the person's mood, not connected to you. We will also have the Activation, Sacred Geometry Activation and Relationship Oracles that are connected to you. So the Activation one will kind of it's going to allow me to tap into what your person's mood or vibe was connected to. So what you've influenced in your person, or the perception of you influences me in which way. Like, is it romantic? Like, did you kind of sway me romantically, or did you kind of give me more authoritative look, etc.? And the relationship one, it's more like what I wish to have. So it's either I want to distance myself, either I wanted to apologize, I was more apologetic, be it I was more like I'm eager to get to know you better, close the gap, that kind of stuff. And we're going to be using the archetype of Kim Cran also to tap into how they see you. Okay, what's the archetype that represents you best as per them? So if I were to ask this person what archetype they'll kind of like give you, it's gonna be the archetype that we will kind of use with the Kim Cran Oracle. Okay, so if you want to like, dislike, comment down below. You can share, you can subscribe, you can, I don't know, like, donate if you want. My coffee site is down below. Private readings is still open, but then again, remember, you have to be patient with me. I need to have the proper energy to channel, and sometimes it's all gambling work. Okay, so be it will resonate or not, it's not refundable. So just please think before approaching me, and expect the unexpected. It's either you think that I'm going to give you a good reading, as I could definitely not give you a good reading. You will be the judge of that, definitely, but it's all gambling work. Okay, I'm not certified, I have no diploma, anything of that sort. I do this for pleasure. Okay, it's not even pleasure, it's just a calling. I do it, it's fun, it's passion of mine perhaps, and it helped me a lot in my own spiritual journey. I got lost in it too. Not gonna lie, nothing is perfect all the time. Okay, so that's that. So we're gonna start soon. The review is gonna come. Okay, like the review of the tarots, it's coming. So pile 1, whoever chose Marielle Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see how this person views you. It could be how they see you, how they perceive you. It could be the last time they saw you, or when they saw you, or when they will see you. Okay, so past, present, future are all here. We're gonna focus more in the moment. So remember, you experience it with the person, or you will experience it with the person at that time. Okay, whatever time it was. So we want to kind of tap into how they saw you, and you will also know if this will resonate. Okay, if it's too toxic, if it's not the way you believe it to be, you are always right, guys. Okay, How did they see you? Interesting. I want to know what that below the last card is, but let's go with a hidden truth perhaps. So you have, we will be together again. We will be together again. So I will see you again. What's my mood when I saw, like when I saw, but it's not connected to you. So I had happiness, not connected to you. Okay, so I was happy, but my happiness was not connected with you. And success. So I felt successful and happy overall. Not about you though. Okay, so we're going that way. How did I see you? You have the bridge. I saw you as the bridge. You're someone that bridges the gap between people. You're resourceful overall. And you're someone that goes in sync with me. Okay, so it's more like you tap into other people very easily. Collaborate with people very easily. And you, like, for you, the connection, bridging the gap is very important. And you have many ways, many creative ways to bridge the gap between two people, okay? Two companies, two softwares, anything you wish, as long as it's two different entities that sometimes have nothing in common, but there's a receptivity. You're very receptive. I kind of like, if I were to describe you to other people, the main archetype would be that you're the missing puzzle piece, let's say, in between connections. You could be someone very enlightened in the resourceful social setting, tapping eye level, seeing eye to eye level, but also being able to give. Like, differences don't bother you that much. You're not very you're not closed-minded at all, okay? You have a very open-mindedness, an open-mindedness that's exceptional as per this one. You have a creative talent to either tap into what people want or be giving abundantly, okay? And you make sure that the person you're giving to is also eagerly giving you back what you wish for. It's very interesting, okay? This one is very good. The bridge. Like, if you look at both hemispheres, the third eye, in some way, as for me, is the bridge between both hemispheres, okay? We have a feminine side to us as the masculine side. It's not only those things. There's left side, right side, and it's the union of these two. Okay, so it could be very genius vibes. Okay, I always tap into genius vibes here. Okay, not everyone can do this collaboration element easily. Through the differences and being creative at it and making sure that there's telepathy involved here. So you have the ability to kind of, anybody could be common, like a stranger, and you have telepathy with that person. So it's more like either you don't need to speak, People see you, you're good with sign language. And if it's not sign language, you kind of have a natural talent to collaborate with people, okay? And you have connections with unexpected people as per them, okay? It's that way. Now, the mood I went connected to, you have integration. This is definitely very... you were able to do this with them. So perhaps this could be with me overall. That I'm kind of perhaps assuming that you have with other people, as you have this with other people, that you're able to have it with me. It's that way. And what I wanted to have, surrender. So what type of relationship I wanted to have, it's surrender to you. But I already did this one. Because this one, the fact that the hand is open, it's a sign of receptivity. It's a sign of openness. It's a sign of surrendering. But then again, if two people are doing the same thing, it's no longer a surrender. It's an element of bridging. Instead of closing yourself up, right? Trying to kind of, instead of surrendering, you're trying to control it, right? It's a key element. For many of you, it could be an eye-opening experience. This one, this reading could kind of give you a certain eye-opening element about many people out there. So the more you surrender, or the more receptive you are, you can definitely bridge the gap. If I'm surrendering to the situation and my person is surrendering, we're both surrendering to the source, to the element. We're not dividing and controlling and kind of not communicating properly. We even have telepathy here. So the type of relationship I wanted to have with you, which I also had, because the vibe I went in is integration, so I definitely went in sync with you. It's something extra, perhaps this one, I don't know, we're gonna see. So I'm sure I'm gonna see you again, this one, okay? So how did this person see you? So you have the Knight of Swords. So okay. Like, it's interesting because here we don't see what the Knight of Swords face looks like, okay? I don't know if we can kind of like zoom this, that can be better. So you have this card right here. Forget about it. So you have the Knight of Swords, and we have the owl here, and the lion heads. Interesting. I don't know how I'm going to read it, but what was my challenge? The Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant. The reason why it was that way, it's the Eight of Cups with the Moon. So the Moon is in reverse here with the Eight of Cups. Okay. In the initial, you have the Knight of Discs, okay? You had a youthful... It's very interesting because you have the lion head here with the kid, okay? Then you have the Knight of Disc, which is the kid sitting on a white rare tiger, okay? Mountain tiger or something of the sort. Then you have the Ten of Swords. And in the near future, you have the Seven of Cups and the Four of Discs. Below the deck, we have the Queen of Discs. Okay, so how did I see you? Okay, in that moment, how did I see you? That, even though there's this bridging the gap concept, now, bridging the gap could be several things, okay? It's either the things I mentioned, or overall it's more like connection wise. It could be connection wise, as if like I need more time in this pile, okay? Because integration is more, I absorbed, I welcomed your energy. What I did is I welcomed your energy. So it's either I absorbed it or I welcomed it. Now, with the relationship I wanted to have with you was more surrender. It's either I didn't allow myself to surrender, even though I kind of absorbed your energy, but I did not surrender to you, could be. But with the bridge, it's like what they'll say, because it's not contradicting, but with the Knight of Swords as the main way I kind of saw you, there's this element of impulsiveness a bit. There's this element of almighty, like I'm like a spoiled brat kind of thing. But when I'm saying a spoiled brat, it's more like I grew up entitled. I grew up having amazing parents, let's say. I grew up having everything I needed. But then again, I'm also natural. It's like that. It's impulsive, it's unpredictable, but it's open. It's there. So it's that vibe, okay? It's more like you have an entitlement to you, an impulsiveness to you, a wild side that cannot be tamed. And you're strong. It's not like you're not strong kind of thing. Okay? Now, the reason why I saw you this way with the Eight of Cups, it's more... There's like a lion's coat. Like the coat is a lion. So it's more like I won this coat that was a lion. So I kind of like, with the Eight of Cups, it's more oh, okay. Okay. I'll just say it this way, okay? The fact that the lion skin is covering this kid, okay, could be either that this kid fought the lion, okay, and he kind of used the skin of it as a coat. Now, if we're going more metaphorically here, the lion being either spirituality, it could be that, or majestic spirituality, or it could be your ego, okay? So what's happening here is why I'm kind of seeing this is either you kind of have a certain persona, but your personality from inside still shines brighter than the persona. So it could be in the form of, it's either you're a very spiritual person and your spirituality shines on you, okay? So for some of you, it could be psychic, as it does not mean. Your person might have certain, not psychic, but they have a certain knowledge, perhaps, about energies, or they kind of like know what Reiki is, or apart from Reiki, there's other kind of forms of synergy, energy, can tap into it different ways, okay? And this person perhaps saw that you had a certain special ability, okay? It's either you're kind of wild and you are fierce. With the Eight of Cups, it's also that energy of, you know, Eight of Cups means that you've given up on a situation, but here what you have given up, it's more your ego self. So you don't have an ego side to you. Even though you have it, you just wear it because you need to exist. It's like that. The ego is more the material, physical, form elements. It's that shadow side to you, but you need that shadow to exist, right? So in some way, the light inside of you shines bright, but The shadow is just there as a, you know, something that is to your, like, you can tame it overall. You've won over it. You've won over body pain, or you've won over ego, mental kind of patterns, etc. I don't know. And with the moon card in reverse, it's more like why I see it this way. It's either I'm this type of person. It could also be I'm this type of person. I'm a person, it's not about you, it's about me perhaps. When I'm looking at you and I'm seeing you this way. It's either I'm a person that, you know, I already, like, I'm very spiritual. Perhaps I have like, I've mastered my spirituality in some way. Because if you've mastered it, it's like this ego element, which is the lion, is just something that keeps you moving in life, because you need to exist. For you to taste sensations and all that kind of stuff, you need to have a physical body, okay? If you're just an energy, then you don't have, you can manifest yourself in different ways, but the best way is to kind of have a human body. What am I talking about? Anyways, so for some of you, just discard what I'm saying, because we're going very dissection, even though it's not dissection that I'm doing. Whoever this is might have immense occult science knowledges, okay? It's either immense or it's small, but they know certain stuff, okay? But they were happy and successful without you in this picture. And then when they saw you, it's more they absorbed your presence or your energy, and they wanted to surrender to you. Perhaps you surrendered to them, but they were not able to surrender to you, kind of thing. Or in some way, the moon card. The moon card is my feminine dimension, the feminine energies. The left side. It's more subtle, okay? So why I kind of tapped into this is because I'm more a person that feels on a subtler way. I'm very sensitive, or I kind of tapped into you being sensitive, but then again, I can't even say that. It's either I'm sensitive. It's either I'm sensitive and I see I'm sensitive and I see you this way. Because if I was not sensitive, I would not have integrated your energy. I would not have absorbed it in some way. It would not have been receptive to me if I was not sensitive. But you also had a kind of sensitivity to you, but I don't know how I'm gonna see it more. So with the Knight of Discs in the initial, it's more like there was something very childlike about you. Like, it's not even innocent, it's childish. It's childish, but it's perhaps your inner child I tapped into this one. It's either I kind of saw that you had a certain inner child-like vibe to you. Like, there's sweetness, there's that, no baggage element overall. You're fierce, you're adventure-loving, and you're wild and fearless. But there's still this kind of enchanting, grounding, / kind of intimidating, but then again, it's not. Look, at first they thought that you were a mixture of many things. You were a mixture of, like, a rare, intimidating kind of vibe combined with an innocence and groundedness all together. Your energy had that kind of taste to it, perhaps. I don't know why I'm saying taste to it, but that's the way I kind of was drawn. Like, I saw you. I felt you. The core of you is like that, okay? It's intimidating, rare, innocent, and still grounded, like a tree, like that. Then with the Ten of Swords, how I saw you, Ten of Swords is my Grim Reaper kind of energy, okay? It's like a Grim Reaper. It's another loss. Like, it's like once you're dead, you know, like you kind of go to that dimension of it, okay? It's like Halloween phase, or it's like autumn, end of autumn, beginning winter. It's where, you know, all the trees are kind of like naked at that point. And it's also symbolism, like I kind of channeling, like if you kind of bury a body, it gets rotten, right? Until you get to see their skulls and their skeleton, right? So with the Ten of Swords, how I saw you, skeletons. Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. It's also the kind of, it's rebirth perhaps, but it's metamorphosis in some way, you know, like whatever was Mother Earth became soil. So it's more like you were born, right? But then again, it's all a communication, accumulation of food, all the things that you kind of ate to grow, and then when you die, your body rots, right? Because it goes back to soil, becoming a soil. It's a circle of life kind of concept. It's circular by nature. And 10 is also 1 and 0, and 1 and 0 is the bindu, and 1 is the beginning. So 10 of Swords. How did I see you? In the middle section of that interaction, or when I'm kind of like seeing you, interacting with you, looking at you and observing you, let's say, with the 10 of Swords, you're not looking my way, okay? So, you're not looking my way, but you have a killer's vibe to you a bit. There's a dark side to you for sure. And there's a dark side to me, whoever I am. Okay, when I'm saying dark side, it's more like we're not ignorant like that. You know what I'm saying? We're more intuitive, this one. I'm intuitive, as you could definitely be intuitive yourself. It's very present here. Okay, so the 10 of Swords though, give me time, okay? I just don't understand how I'm seeing you. You're not looking my way, and your look, when it observes other people, it's more like it's a killer's vibe. It's more like you have like intimidating eyes perhaps, or you have like this I'm gonna kill you any moment kind of vibe. A resting bitch face perhaps could be the word here, but it could be resting bitch face or son of a bitch face kind of thing, but I don't feel it's the only way I see you though. And in the near future, with the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Discs, how I see you. You're a man or a woman that has many options, for sure. Okay, like you have many options. You have a dark presence. It's heavy shadow, this one. I'm gonna say it's heavy, like, it's not easy for people to approach you that much. It's not easy for people to approach you that much, even though you have this impulsive wildness to you. It's like, it's wild, it's free, it's like adventure loving, it's like, it allows itself, you allow yourself this freedom, okay? And my challenge connected to that is to kind of perhaps, because I absorbed it, okay, I needed to mirror it, right? But I controlled it instead of surrendering it to it, perhaps. That also made me see you in a way that you're intimidating. But I did not surrender to you properly, or you did not surrender to me properly. So it could vary from situation to situation. Yeah. Sorry, guys. And with the Four of Discs, it's like, how I saw you is that you're holding on to the aspect of being intimidating. To me. But the relationship I want, it's either you surrender to me or I surrender to you. Or it was already happening. It's just that in the middle situation, you cut the cord there. Like, I was starting to be receptive to you, let's say, but in the middle of it, you didn't acknowledge me or you didn't see me. So I kind of read you or kind of saw you as being someone intimidating, someone that I should not cross paths with, perhaps, or someone who has other options. Could be that way because you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is the black wolf, as it could also be like shadow side. The fact that it's like you blocked me. You, like, there was a bridge that was being gapped, like the bridge, like we were bridging the gap, okay? First I was bridging the gap very well with you, but then again you turned your head, or you pretended not to see me, or you did not give me that eye contact, and I kind of like saw you as being someone who had other options, so you're not available to me, technically, if this was more romantic element. And if it's not romantic, it's more like you have other options. You're kind of entertaining other people, and you wish to have, like, you cut the, like, if I had my hands open, you had your hands open, but then again you took your hand and you went ahead, so you closed your hand, so the process stopped between you and me, kind of thing. That's how I saw you, okay? So this is how they saw you in that moment, at that time. And my challenge was to kind of open the door, perhaps. My challenge was to open that door. Or surrender. Or control. Could be also, because the pops, okay, the papas used to control people before. Now they still do, but they don't have the same immense power they used to have before. But they had knowledges, and they had missionaries and all that kind of stuff. So you'll know, okay? But each community organization has its own influence. It's a manifestation of life. Life manifests itself through generations. So everything was meant to be, I guess. So this is overall what I had, okay? I don't know if it resonated. I don't know who chose this pile, but there was a lot of, like, energy exchange, and then one, like, you cut it. You cut I was not able to either perceive you more, have that connection more with you, energetic or interaction or eye contact with you more. I couldn't have it. You didn't look me in the eye properly. You didn't acknowledge me properly till the end, technically. Or you did acknowledge me, but then again you stopped the flow of linking, kind of thing. Okay, so that's all that I had. I hope it resonated. Okay, so that's it. Pile 2, whoever chose Millennium Thoth Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see what Millennium Thoth has in store for us. How did they see you? I don't even need to shuffle this one. It's hilarious. How did I see you? You have the crone. You do witchcraft. I kind of tapped into that. Cosmic flower. The mood I went in connected to you. Okay. And what I wanted to have with you. You have union. Holy shit. I'm like, I don't know. What was my mood without you? Consciousness. Okay, so I was just conscious all that time. And a hidden truth is, I wonder if you are happy without me. Do you miss me, perhaps? That kind. Because I seem to miss you a lot. Basically, it's that, I guess. So, Cosmic Flower, definitely, I was very, like, I blossomed, okay? When I saw you or when I kind of interacted with you, I was, like, my heart was pumping, perhaps, could be, look, this Cosmic Flower is my orgasm, okay? Like, every time a woman orgasms or a man orgasms, I don't know about males, but, you know those scenes in art movies or any kind of like eccentric, or the director has a more like spicy vibe to them, and there's this like flower blooming as a metaphor to kind of express that the person kind of blossomed or orgasmed kind of thing. Okay, it's like an explosion of like something, I don't know, but it's delicious, it's tasty. That's how it feels, okay? So how I felt was I was excited, okay? Beyond words, okay? Like, it's not even excited, like satisfied. Satisfied. I felt satisfied. That's how you make me feel, satisfied, okay? And my challenge, it's not even a challenge. What I wish to have is union. And the vibe I was in without you was I was more conscious. I was more aware. I was more aware, going through my things, etc. Now, the archetype I would kind of give you would be your crone, okay? So you're in the art of witchcraft. Your you know, herbs and natural healing process. Like, it's more a healer, it's more the witch that lived in the forest, okay, far away from cities, that kind, and they were the healer at that time. You're curious, you have a lot of occult science information, you do tarot reading. It's not only tarot reading, you know how to heal, create potions, you know, help people, you can cast spells, that kind of stuff. Okay? So let's see how I saw you, okay? So you have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Definitely here, this one. Cutthroat overall, like bold, cutthroat, and like in a sophisticated manner though. My challenge connected to the way I saw is the Sun card. The reason why it's that way is the Five of Pentacles. I don't know what it is about this one. This one is like the more you kind of reject them, the more turned on they are, perhaps. You have the Knight of Wands in the middle section. You have the Lovers card. What the fudge? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? This is hilarious. And then you have the Seven of Cups. I want something else with that Seven of Cups. Is the Seven of Cups good energy or is it bad energy? It's good energy. Okay. Below the deck, what do we have? Two of Swords. It's either I don't know everything or you don't know everything about me, this one. So how did I see you? Okay. From what I understood here, this one, the harder you play, the bolder you are. Okay? The more you reject this one just gets turned on by it, okay? It's, I don't know what it is. I have a smirk on my face, this one, okay? It's a bit like the type that has this sexy smirk. It's like a charming person, usually. Like a sly, charming... They're simple-minded overall, but they have this, like, I like it when the female or the guy I like plays hard to get. Okay, like, they don't want... It's like a cat lover kind of thing. But, you know the type that would kind of play with the nerves of the cat and find it adorable that the cat is losing its shit kind of thing. Okay, so it's more I have that personality could be... Because I wonder if you're happy without me, as if, like, you're happy without my teasing you. You're happy without me, like, playing with your nerves kind of thing. You're happy... I'm wondering if you are happy. You're not missing me too much. It's like that. It's like the person is like, you know, you take an elevator and, you're the person I want to seduce, let's say. So I know you're like, I don't know, your work is to, you know, guard the elevators, and you have a tough personality, okay? And you put me to my place. You don't want to kind of like allow me to flirt with you, but I like doing that. I like flirting with you. I like teasing you. I like playing with you. Like I would, let's say you're the guardian and you're watching the videos, let's say, and I enter the elevator. I know you are working that night shift, let's say, or going in a situation like that. Just understand the concept. And I know that the video is like there, let's say, so I'll kind of like seduce, playfully tease, or do the things that trigger you, and then I'll smile, you know, and then I'll get out of the elevator. But I know that you were watching me and I had that impact on you, and then the next time I see you, it's more, I'll do more of it kind of thing, and it would turn me on. The idea that you're getting triggered by it turns me on. It's either I'm sadistic or I'm the other way around, okay? It's a bit that vibe I'm tapping into, okay? So, how I see you, it's more with the Queen of Swords, is that you're bold, okay? You want to cut my head off, something of that sort. And the reason why it's that way with the Five of Pentacles, it's more like you're giving me the cold shoulder. So I'm seeing it this way because you're giving me the cold shoulder, as if like you don't like me, as if like you don't want to be around me like other people, okay? You don't want to kind of socialize with me, but it's like I'm kind of like seeing you that way. So what my challenge was, connected to the way I was seeing you, is more, I wanted to be happy with you. So perhaps this one likes you, you have no idea, okay? This person does like you, but you were giving them the cold shoulder. So they wanted to kind of become friends with you overall. Their challenge was to be friends with you, this one. And in the initial with the Knight of Wands, how I kind of saw you, I kind of like your passion, okay? You have a passionate side to you that not everyone sees. I'm the one that sees it, okay? That's why, for me, I like to tease you. I have this like a bit sadistic way because I want to control you. The more you get fired up, the more you kind of get triggered, I have control over you. You think you're trying to have control over me, but I'm impacting you and you're being receptive to it. That kind. But I know you have a passionate side to you. And like the fact that you're getting triggered, it's also the fact that you have a passionate side to you. It's like that. Subtly, I'm kind of tapping into it. In the middle section with the Lovers card, how I saw you is that perhaps you were in love with someone, you were interested in someone, or it could be about me. Is this about me or is it about you? It's about me wanting to kind of start something exciting with you, okay? Start something exciting, passionate, you know, give it birth. Like, I made the decision, this one. So how I saw you, it's more like you're a good candidate for my girlfriend or my boyfriend position. My lover. But the person I might want to get married to. And, or you were doing this? No, this one is how I kind of saw you. Now, or you wanted to start being my lover. Could be many ways. But I wanted that union element. And in the near future, perhaps with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups, it's more like there's two ways to go at this. It's either you're doing this to me or I'm doing this to you. You'll know which way it is. But I was excited. I was satisfied, okay? And I wanted to be in a union. It's either I accepted it or I did not. My challenge was to accept it. But why I did not is because I got the cold shoulders here. And, like, I ended up seeing you as, like, you want to offer your cup of love to other options. But then again, with the Knight of Cups, you already had a suitor. You're already, like, in love with someone. That kind. Like, I kind of believed you had another person you were in love with. You were looking at other options. Okay, so how this is going, it's more like how I saw you with the Queen of Swords is that you're bold, cutthroat, you're very proud to be a female. If you're a female, you don't need a man kind of vibe. Overall, if you're a woman here. And why so? Because you were giving me the cold shoulders. My challenge was to be friends with you, okay? And in the initial with the Knight of Wands, it's more like you had a passionate side to you. I saw that passionate side of yours. In the initial, I'm sorry. In the middle with the Lovers card and the Three of Wands, how I saw you is that you wanted to be in love. You wanted to be a person in love. You were ready to give yourself a chance to kind of fall in love kind of thing. And in the near future, it's more like I'm kind of seeing that you're interested elsewhere. Not interested in me kind of thing. But I wanted you to be interested in me. Is this valid? You have the Aeon, so it's the Judgment card. With the Six of Pentacles. So, overall, I'm gonna have faith that this one, it's more, they were interested in you, perhaps, but you were giving them the cold shoulder. Okay, so you had those. Okay, so that's it. Now, pile 3, whoever chose Golden Universal Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see how did they saw you? Okay, how will they see you? What their opinion or their perception of you will be in that time? Okay, so whatever time we're talking about. Okay, it could be a few years from now. The video is still available. Or not. You can definitely fast forward until I'm done shuffling. Okay. Okay. Well then. So what's the archetype that represents you as per me? You have Amina Mundi and the river. Dark horse I'm channeling. And whenever I channel Dark Horse, there's also E.T. song of Katy Perry. Okay. Like, Dark Horse, for me, it's Sexy Stallion, okay? Like, I go Alexander the Great. I always go there, okay? So, you know how Alexander the Great was ambitious, right? So, you're ambitious like Alexander the Great, you know, like that. With Amina Mundi, there's a universal love concept to you. It's like universal. It's you're free of religion, perhaps, or you're kind of, you operate on a different like a different level, okay? Like Alexander Great, you know, like we look at him as if he was a god at that time, you know, like it's crazy what he did. You know, it's like, it's not easy to kind of fight and force your kind of warriors and your soldiers to go and push it, you know. But, and beyond religion, beyond limitations, this one. That's how I'm kind of like tapping into you. There's a guy, I kind of feel this vibe inside him too, okay? It's abundant like that, okay? Like, it's danger. The Dark Horse, the stallion, okay? It looks dangerous, but it's very free, okay? Like, it has its own strength element, it has its own freedom, and it allows itself to have that freedom. So, you have that vibe to you. You allow yourself that freedom, and you're a person that's, like, you have a lot of energy. Like, your energy is expansive. It's like Dhyana Linga for me, okay? Like, if you are, you know, follow Sadhguru on, you know, Inner Engineering, Isha Foundation, that kind of stuff, Dhyana Linga, it's like this card for me, okay? It's Amina Mundi, perhaps. It's an object. It's a linga. It's a sacred space. It's like a temple that's consecrated with all proper energies combined together. I don't know anything, perhaps it's the best, but this is the one that we have for now. We have nothing better than this for now. As a point, I have nothing better as a point of reference here, okay? So do pardon my knowledges perhaps, but this is the one I kind of tap into. So it's more like inside of you there's just so much. You're not just kind of, you're not controlled by religion, okay? Even though religion is here, you're the type that kind of reads many types of religions, and like you kind of like read a lot about them, you know a lot about them, but you don't kind of practice. And if you do practice, you practice all of them kind of concept. It's like that. If you're a practitioner, you practice all of them. If you're not a practitioner, you have the knowledge of it all. And it does not create boundaries for you. It's like that. It's that dynamic I go. Okay? So it's a hidden truth about me to you. So I wish I could share my good news with you. I wish I could share my good news with you. I want to share something. Now, the vibe I was in without you. Okay? So this is not connected to you. This is me, my mood of the day. You have energy. Energy, and then you have Amina Mundi with the river. Those two combined together, it's definitely like the Nile, the Egypt. You know, like ET is also connected with it, I feel like, because there's an alien-like vibe to it, okay? Because pharaohs had a specific type of skull, okay? There's like a way their head was shaped like an oval. If you do some researches, it could give you certain like information, but then again, I don't know if it's like proper valid ways of kind of seeing it, or it's just like a video on YouTube. Like I can create a video on YouTube without having real facts. But I'm channeling that a bit. What was my vibe connected to? Okay, so you have soul time with prosperity. What the hell is this? Soul time with prosperity. I wish good things for you. Like I blessed you somehow. Seriously. Whoever this was. Plus tantric journey with it's a real like wishing something good for you. And what I wish this relationship to be. Intuition. What type of relationship you and I want, like, I wanted you and I to have. You have intuition. I don't know who this is. I don't know what concept we're going in. But this one, it's more energetic, again, like the third one. Okay, it could be that this also will be, this could be a trainer, okay? A yoga trainer. They were blessing you, genuinely. And what type of relationship they wanted is to kind of have telepathy with you. Enhance your intuition. That kind. Anyways, so how did I see you? So you have the 5 of Wands. You were one of many. My challenge was the 8 of Wands. To kind of enhance your passionate side, perhaps. And the reason why it's that way is the 4 of Wands. I see you becoming part of the organization. I see you becoming part of the community. This one is just community environment. If you're kind of going for yoga practice, or you're kind of like, it's all yoga, this one. It's either yoga or it's like you're learning a type of kriya in a certain temple. Okay? And there's a lot of blessing. There's a lot of consecrated locations. So you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the 7 of Pentacles. And you have the 2 of Pentacles. With what? Okay, we're gonna go 10 of Cups. And below the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. So this one, I'm gonna go, the first one I really tapped into. Unfortunately, there's no real romanticism here. It's more a person that's definitely from a soul level wishing compassionately for you to be prosperous, okay? So the mood I was in, it's already energetic. I was already tapping into this energetically, okay? So the whole of me was ready to kind of initiate you to this. Okay, I wish I could share my good news with you, which is more like you are about to embark in a whole new journey, perhaps connected to your, you know, inner engineering concepts. Okay, so with the 7 of Pentacles, okay, so overall in the initial, it's more like with fate, it's more like we were fated to kind of meet each other. Okay, you were one of many, but we were meant to kind of, you know, join each other in this time and, you know, be patient with each other and learn and, you know, plant the seeds properly so that we can harvest them properly. And in the near future with the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, it's more how I see you. It's more like you're juggling a family life, or I believe that you're a married person, or you are with your family overall. So it's very simple, this one, okay? Like, I wish I could share my good news, but it's not. It's just a person that's tapping into your potentials. And I could not have any romantic intentions in mind, okay? This one, it's more like a teacher, student, trainee, trainer, teacher, etc. But it's a very spiritual practice you're kind of getting a transmission from. Like asking to, like, teach a teacher that's teaching you yoga practice, hatha yoga, asanas or sadhanas, or you know, kriyas, songs, mantras, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is more on a spiritual path because I had the Amina Mundi also, and Amina Mundi is tapping into an energy. But it's more Egyptian vibes. It's more ancient knowledges, okay? Like, I'm tapping into your soul's age, perhaps. I don't know. It could be that way. Like, I saw how old of a person you were, or how old of a soul you had. That kind, okay? So, you'll know. So, that's it. Pile 3. Now, pile 4, whoever chose the... I was gonna say Millennium Thoth, but it's Untitled de Marseille. Millennium Thoth and Tarot de Marseille. MT, you know? So, yes, MT. I'm gonna say a wink, but I don't really know if it should be a wink or not. Okay. Oh. So let us see MT, okay? You have 7 of Swords. This is hilarious. I had this card open on its own. I don't know. Okay. Like, are you trying to deceive me, this one? It's more like I'm asking you. Are you trying to deceive me? Me. Trying to deceive me? Like that. How I saw it, it's more like you're trying to deceive me. Or like you're trying to let go of a truth. Or it's like you're trying to kind of, like you're not able to kind of speak the truth. Because you need to let go of something. Or you've given up on the situation. Something of that sort. Or you're kind of like not made the decision yet. It's okay. Okay? For some of you, just take your time. Okay? It's okay. Take your time. Really take your time. But if you want to kind of work on it, then slowly go at it. There's real no expectation. Okay, guys? So, like, you don't need to pressure yourself, but you can also have fun. Okay? And if the person's having expectation, I don't know. But for me, in some way, like, if you need more time and you tell me that there's more time you need, I'll say it's okay. I'll not pressure the person to be with me if they're not ready to be with me, you know? But I understand there are other people that are kind of like, oh, if you're not ready, don't start, etc. But, I mean, when we're saying we're going there, it's like we're not going, like, sleeping together and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to do those things. Although society today, I don't know what has happened to it. But for some of you, you can take your time. It's okay. Okay? And if your person's pressuring you, then you're going to make the decision. Whether or not because they're pressuring you. You leave or you stay. Okay? It's one way or the other. And when you make the decision, or when your person makes a decision, you make sure that it's final. Okay? Because you're being serious there. If they're not able to be serious, then if there's no mutual understanding. Now, what I'm saying is if you're not going to go serious, then I'm not going to go serious either, kind of thing. Now, if you're going serious and I'm already wanted to go serious, I'm going to go serious. And if you want serious, but you're not ready to be serious yet, but you can also talk about the fact that if they're serious and you would be serious, would they still wait for you if you need more time? Communication like that is important. It kind of shows the other person that you value them and you kind of don't want to take them as a joke, right? But sometimes it's not even kind of the communication. It's more you kind of think that there's like blockages here when there's none. Kind of thing, okay? So I don't know who this message went to, but you know, it's like if you want to do something, you want to do it seriously, right? You don't want to go in it because you're not serious 100%, but there's nothing wrong if you want to just spend time, play a bit. Okay, when we're talking about playing, I'm not talking sleep with the person. I'm not talking like make promises that you cannot keep. Be humble and be genuine and say it to the person. Okay, I know there's a lot of like dating app and people are just kind of like going mental on the fact of, you know, like why men cannot commit, why females are kind of always blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it's just that men need to kind of be acknowledged. Okay, like it's not fun perhaps, but if you really perceive the amount of events that happened in this world that kind of revolutionized and created many types of either traumas, patterns, okay, prostitutes, and the fact that there were wars, and the fact that there were men that traveled only to work and no female there. You know, it's money and industrialization did fuck up a lot of stuff, okay? Main reason why we're having pills. It's good to have pill control. It's good for the career of females, etc. But there's so much you can perceive. And it's a good thing as it could be a bad thing. Because the pills can definitely be negative too. Many females who are using it, they're good. Like, they're happy when they're having sex. They're not fertile, right? But when comes the time to have marriage or to have real children, the whole body got used to, like, not create it on its own, but eat it as a hormone. So imagine you're not trusting your own body, okay? You're not trusting your partner because in some way you want that division, right? You want that certitude that you're not gonna be that woman, and there was religion that was controlling all of that. You know, like, you can't abort when you're not ready. So all these concepts and how males were kind of like brainwashed to act, and how females were brainwashed. It's a lot of brainwashing elements, okay? If you really go at it differently. I'm not saying it's only, like, we're looking at it with the eye of brainwashing, okay? Like, we're looking at who did what and why did this outcome happen through this event, like World War I, World War II, you know, like the nuclear bomb. It's a genius who created it. But then again, what we did, we kind of killed other human beings instead of, like, using it to kind of make it something prosperous. Money is all that controls today. So it's unfortunate, but you know, who am I to talk about that? Okay, and I just want to have a full-fledged life in this present moment. So we're not gonna kind of tap into those things. There's so much knowledge you can tap into it, okay? It's everywhere. Okay, it's available to the eye. But for some of you, what I wanted to kind of go back to, it's like, if you need more time and you're the serious type, there's nothing wrong about communicating it, okay? Don't block yourself this opportunity to get to know someone better, okay? It's okay. This moment is inevitable, okay? Like, always focus on that. What do you have in front of you? What do you wish to do? Follow your gut feeling. Don't get stuck in your mind, okay? Don't judge your person. Don't judge yourself either. Because the moment you start judging your person, you're going to start judging yourself, which you're doing already when you're doing it. The judgment element, if we're going more mental, I have a certain right and wrong element in my headspace. I have a certain expectation. I have a certain standard. I accept this, but I don't like that kind of thing. But if you kind of wake up to discernment, okay? For me, discernment, it's more like, yes, there's the right and there's the wrong. I might not like the wrong one, and I might like the good one. But then again, I have to wake up to the fact that life is not only good and life is not only bad. Sometimes you have the best intention, okay? You want to do good, but your goodwill ended up creating something very positive. What do you do in that situation? Or when you did something ill-mannered, that ill element became something very good. What do you do in that situation, you know? So it's hilarious like that. That's what we all Wheel of Fortune, you know? So if you want to be on top of both of these, then you definitely discern the whole of it. You perceive it as if like there's 1,000,001 manifestation of this perception. There's many ways of being right as there's many ways of being wrong. Okay, I need to stop because I need to start the reading. So anyways, if you need to put the baby seeds there, you know, like sometimes you just need to seed it. You don't have expectations and you're like lazying around a bit. You know you're serious about it, but you need that time for yourself. You need that kind of time to kind of regroup, go inside, like do the things that you like to do, guys. If you're not doing the things you like to do, start doing them, okay? Because the moment you start doing them, the happiness, that void you feel inside starts getting filled, okay? Like, you start liking yourself more. You like people more because you're happy, you're doing something that you like. Now, if you're only working all the time, you have burdens and you have, like, shit to do them, but afterwards make sure that you have fun. Because at the end of the day, you're going to realize that when you have fun, you have good thoughts, good feeling thoughts. You feel good because you feel fulfilled, right? Instead of judging yourself, being like empty and, you know, like feeling like you're worthless, you're exhausted, you know, that kind. Simple things, okay? Simple things. Like, you like chocolate ice cream, make sure that you have your best friend next to you and you sit and you kind of like goof around a bit, okay? If you miss like having volume up music in the car, okay, do it. Okay, so, and like jump in the car, you know, like whatever you want to do it. Like, it's small things like that, okay? Like, put that music that you like and just dance, okay, on your bedroom. Could be that way. And own it. You're gonna feel good. So, long story short, okay, how do I perceive you? Okay, so what type of person I perceive you to be. So you have the eternal child. You're still a boy in my head. Okay, you could have a male's body or a female's grown body, but you're still a child. You have wounds from your childhood times, perhaps. I'm kind of like seeing the wound inside. The neglected kid, or the child that felt neglected, or the child that wanted much more attention, but that did not kind of get it. And it's a child that has a big, big heart, big potential. It knows its value somehow, but because of how the outside world is connecting with them, be it family members, cousins, siblings, colleagues, childhood friends, acted with them, and how their experience growing up was, this one with eternal child, it's more like it's I see you as someone perhaps that has inner wounds, okay? Inner child wounds. During your childhood years, you had like things didn't go the way you wanted them, or you were not aware that your mom did certain stuff, or you kind of took what your mom gave you for granted. Could be majority of the time, okay? And your mom didn't know about you feeling this way, but then again, you have to kind of mention those things, so it's a revelation somehow, okay? So if we're having some mother-father issues here, it's important that you talk with your parents. If you need to cry in front of them, even though they might kind of look at you as if like a grown-up person, but it's like, toughen up a bit, you still kind of don't give your ear to it, you just kind of heal it, because these kind of stuff, it takes time, and you're not aware where the source of it is until you kind of have an epiphany connected to it, okay? So if you're the eldest son, or you're the middle child, or you're the spoiled brat at the ending. I love the spoiled brat, don't worry. I was spoiled too, even if I was the eldest in my family. So, so overall, each member of the family has its own trauma connected to the mother and the father, okay? Because we're not all the same, okay? And we compare ourselves a lot based on how our parents kind of treat both of us and their personality with one and the other kind of thing. Okay, who favors who, and if there's no favoritism in the family, then the mother always tried being like equal with all of you. She still had issues you needed to deal with. Okay, I can talk with experience. So, this one, I'm kind of saying, perhaps I'm kind of like, from your behavior or the vibe I'm kind of seeing. Because what mood I went with you, okay, like what mood I went with you is the third eye chakra. So I went at this with my intuition, okay, my psychic abilities, perhaps, okay, if I'm psychic, you'll know about it, or just my discernment, okay, it's you don't need to be psychic to see this kind of thing, okay, if you start healing them yourself, other people's behaviors or other people baggages that are manifested in the form of patterns, you will see them too. It comes with experience. It comes with healing inside, or kind of like seeking what the issue is. Because sometimes you have triggering elements with your family, or you have sides to your life that don't go the way you wish it to go. That's where you have to start seeing where's the source of it. Is it my parents' expectations? Is it my own expectation? Why is it my own expectation? And what is it connected to the past self of mine that kind of believe that this is the conviction of it? Was it my girlfriends, my ex-girlfriends, or my ex-boyfriends that did this? Was it my friends that did this? Was it more my cousins or my siblings that did this? Was it more my uncles or older, my grandmother that did this? Each person has its own patterns, okay, this one, and you need to kind of understand that. You have to respect that, because you yourself have that. Now, if you don't have that element of understanding towards other people or towards yourself, then that's where our trigger elements start, okay? Like when you get triggered or you feel like shit don't go the way you want, and you kind of like focus on the fact that it's shit not going well, it manifests itself so easily. It's unbelievable. And once you have that out of the way, even the shittiest situation can come to you, but you're gonna make it such a good experience that we forgot even about the fact that there was a shitty situation. If you're loving, you really tap into this like heart space that's inside of you. You can definitely deal with any kind of situation. So we're just gonna keep this. I don't know why I'm talking this long, okay? This pile, I don't know who I'm talking to, okay? Tarot de Marseille. But this is what we have, okay? So I'm just gonna continue on. So third eye chakra is the energy I tapped into, connected to you. With the eternal child, this is how I see you. And what I wish to have with you is transparency. I want you to give me access to you. I want you to open this heart space of yours, okay? I want you to open up to me. That's what it feels like here, okay? I wanted you to open up to me. Acknowledge me could also be important here. Because you seem like you're not ready to be acknowledged by me, or you seem like you're not ready to open your heart to me. Because you have baggages. You have things that you wish to hide. You have things that you're ashamed of, kind of thing. Which is completely normal, by the way, okay? What was my mood without you? Stop. This is not connected. I needed to stop. Okay, so my mood was that I didn't wanna. What is the stop connected to? 1 second. Growth. So face. What my mood was. I wanted to stop aging, perhaps. I wanted to stop aging. The mood was The mood I was in was that my time was frozen, perhaps. I don't know this one. What are we saying? I need something palpable here. I'll just open all the cards, okay? We're just gonna continue on. I'm gonna open until I understand. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I was gonna say I worry about you, but it's like, do I really know you this way? Okay. Do we know each other that way? The mood also I was in, you have sacral chakra and consciousness. Yeah, it's all energy. I'm aware, I'm emotionally focused, as I'm kind of discernmentally okay, we're not gonna put the person on the pedestal here, okay? Because I'm channeling psychic, but this is already the fourth pile we're talking about energies, okay? And this one is just like, I'm discerning, I'm emotionally flowing, and I'm aware about it. So I'm aware of my emotions, whichever way they are towards you, or you steered me emotionally, and you steered my discernment, okay? Like, your behaviors, I was starting to understand them. I was reading your behavior, your behavioral pattern, how people were behaving with you, what your energy is attracting, and how people's energies are shifting around you. Good or bad? Good ways that people are changing, and bad ways people are changing, as per me, perhaps, whoever I am. So sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and just know that. Now, what type of relationship I want to have with you? So you have duality. Opposites attract. Transparency and duality. So opposites attract, or I want you to be the yin to my yang kind of thing. It could be energetically, as it could be soulmate stuff, if you believe in that. So I'm just gonna open. So how I saw you have the 10 of Cups energy. Your challenge, or my challenge, connected to the situation is the Two of Pentacles, to juggle the situation, could be. The reason why is that way you have the Strength card with the Five of Wands. So the Strength card with the Five of Wands. In the initial, how I saw you have the Queen of Wands, and in the middle section you have the Three of Wands. Okay, and in the near future you have the Ten of Wands with one more Ten of Wands with Temperance card. At the end, I'm kind of seeing you as you have baggages, you have burdens, and you need to heal them. Or you have to at least moderate. Nurture yourself or pamper yourself. That's how I see it. You need to do these because you're overburdened a bit. You're not happy. You're living a more objectified life, perhaps. Like, you're objectifying yourself. You don't know what your value is. You can know what your value is, but we're talking more feminine way, okay? I'm not talking about masculine way. Masculine way, you have big balls energy, and you're kind of like sexy, and people just kind of like feel they can win kind of thing. But this one, it's more like I'm talking in a more feminine vibe, like being gentle with yourself sometimes, because it's important. Even like everybody has to do this, okay? Including males as including females, okay? If you need to embrace your feminine side, females need to embrace their masculine side in some way, okay? So with the Ten of Cups energy, how I saw you. So for some part, you were a wish fulfillment of mine. Could be a wish fulfillment of mine. The reason why it's that way, it's because you were the strongest of all the other options. My challenge was to juggle this situation connected to how I saw you, and the middle section with the Queen of the initial with the Queen of Wands. How I saw you is that why I'm saying withdrawn, but you're not withdrawn technically. Queen of Wands is never withdrawn. She's always the type that, you know, like social butterfly, etc. But this one, it's more off. You are withdrawn. You might think you're not, but you are withdrawn. Like, you're the withdrawn type of, it's like, you don't go out, like, you don't, like, you're not outgoing that much. Gentle, like, you're not outgoing connected to nurturing people. You're not outgoing about, like, if you want to touch people, touch them. If you want to kind of smile at them, okay? Like, if you want to kind of not smile at them, you don't need to. But this one, it's more if you want to do those things. You want to kind of bridge the gap, perhaps, with people. You can do those things, but you don't seem to do them because you feel insecure, perhaps. What I wanted from you is you be transparent with me. You take off the guards around you so that you and I can be opposites and kind of create a duality there. Because two people that are similar will not work. Okay? I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't even know. And in the middle section with the Three of Wands, what how I saw you was Three of Wands. You've decided to start something new, okay? Like, I kind of saw you as somebody who, like, is giving themselves an opportunity. Like, you made yourself a decision and you're definitely giving this the opportunity. Whatever it is, you're kind of wishing to get done here. And in the near future is how I saw it. It's more like you do have baggages. You do have this, like, grounded, it's not grounded, it's dogmatic, kind of, like, things need to be tied and they're all connected and it's all well worked on, and you need to kind of somehow moderate this. This is how I saw you. Okay, I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video. It's hilarious like that. Okay, guys, if I do so, I wanted to definitely give up because I feel like I'm kind of turning around again. Ugh. I'll just put it after. We'll deal with that after. I don't even know what stop growth and fate meant here. I don't even know. There he is. Like that. Okay, so that's it, pile 4. I do apologize, guys. This is what I had, okay? So. My head. Oh. So pile 5, finally, whoever chose good tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So pile 5. Let's see how your person saw you. So how do I see you? You have the mother. So I see you as the mother figure, and you're very nurturing, very kind. What type of relationship I want to have with you? Sensitivity. What vibe I went in? Alchemy. So I wanted to co-create with you this one. It's funny like that. The mood I was in without you. Magic. Interesting. And the message is you came closer than anyone to my ideal type. Okay, so you came closer than anyone to my ideal type. Okay, to the point that when I saw you, I saw the mother you could be. Okay, like the protective mother, the woman, or something of that sort. And you already gave me that like taste in my mouth that I wanted to co-create there. It's hilarious, this one. Okay, this is more like I'm kind of like I'm dry here. I'm kind of like licking my own lips with the idea of like making you pregnant or something of the sort. What is this? Like, I see you as a good mother. I see you as someone that could kind of bear my children or like that. Okay, like if you're a guy here, it's more like you're the nurturing type. You're like etc. Okay. I believe we're ready. Are we? Yes, we are. So how did I see you? You have the Fool. Very innocent looking woman or man. Okay, this one, my challenge was the 6 of Earth, to have this like you know, equal give and take with you kind of thing, with the Ace of Fire and the 7 of Air. So I wanted to deceive you still, this one. I wanted to deceive you, but start something and have that equal give and take. Why so? Is because I want to start something new with you. In the initial, it's more the 4 of water. In the initial, then in the middle section, you have the 9 of Fire. In reverse with the Messenger of Earth. And in the near future, you have the Sun and the 10 of Fire. So we're going to start reading this differently too, because this is how I saw you. Sorry. You have the 3 of Water. A wish fulfillment. Celebration. A person who is nostalgic also. And hardworking perhaps. So what's the main situation? Okay, so the main situation about how I saw you in that moment is that you're very magical. Okay, you are definitely magical. Whoever chose the good tarot. Okay, there's even magic. I was in magic. I was magical myself too. What is happening here? And I'm alchemy. I'm tapping into alchemy, and I could be fantasizing in my headspace, this one. It's that way. I was gonna say masturbate on the thought of you, perhaps could be that way too, this one. I don't know if they saw you in, you're innocent, you're enchanting, okay? Can definitely blow my mind away like that, okay? Why so with the 3 of Fires? Because I'm kind of approaching you with fire in mind, passion in mind. Passion in mind, okay? And my challenge here with the Six of Earth is overall that I need to kind of be wise here and have that equal give and take in the relationship, at least connected to you. With the Ace of Fire is to kind of start something fresh. And with the Seven of Air, it's more to kind of keep you in the dark. Of what? I don't know. Of what? Keep you in the dark of my financials, perhaps. My financials. Or my financials. Okay? My career, perhaps. And in the initial with the Four of Water, it's more how I saw you as a person. It's more your intense, your like upfront and I want to say personal, but energetically, or your personality is like this. In the middle section with the Messenger of Earth and the Nine of Fire, it's more you're the curious type of woman, I know that, or man, okay? Like, I know you're the curious type. And with the Nine of Fire, it's more nothing stops you. You don't fear that much, and even if you fear it, you still are the type that hustles. Like, if you want something, let's say you always wanted to kind of lit a lamp on a specific festival day, but there were nobody that kind of like accompanied you, but you wanted to lit it. So what you did end up doing is that you're getting out of your comfort zone to go to that street where they kind of like, or that festival alone, and lit that lamp on your own kind of thing. So this one, it's more like you're a person that gets out of their comfort zone. You're more independent. If you're not independent, like, you allow yourself to practice independence even though you don't feel comfortable overall. And in the near future with the Sun and the Ten of Fire, it's more like, I see you shining bright, okay? You're very beautiful overall. Energetically, though, this one, I don't know. This is all practically energetic. You have everything that's in reverse except for the main two situations. And the Ten of Fire, it's more how I saw you. The time that is impulsive overall, but you're so fiery that you fire things up kind of thing. It's like that. Okay? You're so fiery that you fire things up. Excite things up, you know, like that. Okay? So that's all that I had for you, Pile 5. I hope it resonated. And I will see you guys on my next video. Okay? So have a good day. Bye.